Hello, I'm Cyrus Mehta, and I'm posting this video on the YouTube channel with an intention that it will support directly the victims of trauma, terrible trauma, in the city of my birth, Mumbai. I grew up close to the Taj, and I acutely feel the pain that must be prevailing through thousands of people. At any given time later on, if you have a question about what we're talking about, you can contact me at cyrus@lifetools.org or visit our website. There's a paucity of time here for this video, so I need to make the best of it. The technique I'm talking to you about has been used by us in our seminars with permission from the creators or the developers of the technique. It's been used with genocide victims in Kosovo and Rwanda with incredible success. When nothing else helped them, this helped them. Removed the misery and the pain that was like a cloak over them 24 hours a day. The gentleman, the doctor who invented this or developed this therapy known as thought field therapy is Dr. Roger Callahan. Roger and Joanne gave me permission to use this technique as part of our Life Tools seminar, which we've been running for many years. He's been the author of many books. His most famous one was translated in 20 languages. It's called Tapping the Healer Within. The technique is unusual, suffice to say that, but it's extremely effective, and it's based on the energy system of the body, and it can work with anyone and everyone, and it works rapidly within minutes. Within minutes, you will suddenly feel much better when you remember, because you're not going to forget. But what comes along with the memory is the anguish, the trauma, the trembling, the pain of the panic. And that is assuaged. There are a few points that we'll go through, and you can always freeze frame this and then make a note, but I will go through all of them with you. The first part of the system is to determine the severity of the experience you have, and that's what's known as a SUD level. SUD being an acronym for Subjective Units of Distress. And so it's like a scale from 1 to 10, where 10 is the most painful trauma, which I would think is the victims of the Mumbai attacks would be up there. And when it goes down to a 1, is that when you remember that, you don't have the residual or the simultaneous experience of anguish and discomfort and anger. And so the scale is from 10, which is the highest, most acute pain and trauma, to 1, where it's not existent. What we'll do now is go through the points. One is known as the PR point, which is like a karate chop, where you chop that point. Any hand will work. You can do it this way, any way. It's about 5-6 times is what you tap that point. The next set of points is known as the majors. And there are a set of 4 points in the majors. Between the eyebrow, 1 inch under the eye, in the middle of the eye, under the armpit, and the same line as your nipple, and under the collarbone. Take that notch, go down 1 inch, and then to the left or right, any which side, and tap that 5-6 times. So that's the majors. Then there's something known as the gamut, which is a sequence, and we'll go through that. And the gamut point itself is between the fourth finger knuckle, between the fifth finger knuckle and the fourth finger knuckle, there's a crevice, and you go down that crevice for about 1 inch, and that's your gamut point. And what you do is you start tapping that fast, about 2-3 taps a second, and you go through a sequence, which is eyes open, eyes closed, eyes open, and down and to the left, and down and to the right, and turn your eyes one way and turn your eyes the other way, and then hum a tune, any tune. Let's take Happy Birthday for example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that completes what's known as the gamut sequence. Then there's another set of sequence which is known as the CTA, which is the specific complex trauma algorithm aspect of it. And it's got 4 elements. And that's the inside of the index finger facing you 5, 6 times, and then the collarbone. The inside of the pinky finger facing you 5, 6 times, and then the collarbone. So that's the CTA. And there's one other sequence which is using the gamut point and then doing an eye roll, which is you get back to the gamut point, start looking at say 6 o'clock on a clock, and slowly roll your eyes upwards without moving your head necessarily, and go all the way back as far as your eyes can go, and it takes about 10 seconds. Now you finish that, and you'll remember your trauma, and you'll suddenly feel much better that it's not following back, it's not coming simultaneously with the pain and the anger and the upset. And so you can become more proactive and feel better for that. So the way it would look would be like this. This would be the sequence that one would go through, starting with the sud and ending with the eye roll. And we'll do it now. We'll do it together, you and I. Experience that, put it at a 10, because you've been a victim of a horrific event. An event that is not exclusive to Mumbai. It's happening all over the world. Put a number to that, and let's start. PR, 5, 6 times. Majors. Think of the issue, think of the problem, think of your experience. PR, think of the experience again. Gamut point. Eyes open, eyes closed, eyes open and down and hard to the left, down and hard to the right. Turn your eyes one way, turn your eyes the other way. Hum a tune. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Majors. PR again, thinking of the issue and how you feel right now. Then the CTA points. The gamut again. Eyes open, eyes closed, eyes open, down and hard to the left, down and hard to the right. Turn your eyes one way, turn your eyes the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. CTA. Eye roll. Looking right down with the gamut point working. Slowly raise your eyes. Until you go all the way to the back of the head. And that completes the whole sequence. And you can look at where that scale went from 10 to where. And if it had gone down, it'll go down sometimes to 1 straight away. 8, 9 people out of 10 get value from this technique. I wish to share it with you. I know it'll make a difference. Use it again if it's gone from 10 to 7. Use it again when 7 to 7, 7 to 6, and then down, and suddenly it's gone, and it's only a few minutes of your time. And you will feel much better for it. We need to make our world a much better place. We need to start with shifting mindsets. And I hope that I have been able to contribute and empower my intent, because that's really why I'm here. Thank you. Thank you very much.